guys, and welcome back to my channel. So, I just ate salad. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what we usually do. Usually I'm doing either a vlog, which thank you guys for watching if you do. I know that sometimes you're like 10 minutes of you. Yeah, I know. But sometimes I'm either doing a vlog, hair, makeup. This time I'm going to talk about something that's very personal to me. Well, it's me, so it's personal, and very close to my heart, and it is body image. Now, I have struggled with body image for 5, 7 years. I mean, probably since I was in, middle school, 8 years actually, but anyways, for a long time. And, I still struggle with it every day, and people who see me on the street or my friends and family, well, more like friends because my family knows, but more, friends, outsiders, wouldn't guess it because I'm not, I don't want to offend anyone at all in this video. So if I were to say anything that's offensive, it's not meant like that at all. Everything's speaking from my heart. Anyways, if you see me, you wouldn't think I had body issues. I went and saw a therapist one time because I think self-help, I think everyone can use self-help. It's not a bad thing if you go see someone to talk to. An outsider can have a completely different view and opinion that could help you. Anyways, I went and saw this woman one time, and she looks at me and she goes, she said something like, "It doesn't look like you would have problems like that." And I was just like, "Ma'am, okay, I do. So don't say that." But anyways, yeah, so I've struggled with body image and how I perceive myself and how I feel comfortable in my own skin. And my mom and my therapist that I saw also have told me that I have BDD, which is body dysmorphic. I had to think about it, which is body dysmorphic disorder. And what that is it's when you see yourself completely different than the world sees you. So, sometimes when girls or guys, if they were to lose a lot of weight, then in the mirror they can still see themselves as big, but they've lost all this weight and they're, a lot smaller than they used to be. But in their mind, they see themselves as big, or vice versa. If they were small and, they had gained weight because of something, which is totally fine, then they might see themselves still as small and be, maybe trying to wear clothes that once fit them that didn't. And, like, it can either be like that. It doesn't have to be they're big and then they're small. It could be the other way around. But for me, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've never been really, really big. I know that. But I've just never been comfortable in my own skin. And I remember being 15 years old, and my sister and I would go out a lot because she was 17, 18 at the time, and she could drive. And if I didn't feel like I looked good, I would like cry, and I would be like, "I can't go, like I don't look good." And sometimes we were just going to church. Like, it wasn't if we were going places where I needed to look good. We were going to worship God. Like, it wasn't we're going to a party and I needed to look really cute because they're just simple things like that. Like going to the gas station, if I didn't have makeup on, if I didn't feel like I looked thin, I was like, I can't go. Like, I just can't go. And, I remember going on family vacations, and I just, like, looking back, I'm so upset. I'm gonna cry. I'm so upset with myself because, I was so worried the whole time, like, oh my God, I don't look good. Like, I look fat, whatever. And I look back at photos and I'm like, oh, I look good, like now. And it just makes me sad because my mom and everyone around is like, "Mischa, you look good, you look good." But the biggest thing I've ever learned from, having body issues or any kind of issues is my mom or whoever could tell me till I'm blue in the face that I look good, but if I don't believe it in my own heart, then there's no use in them telling me that. So I just wanted to, that's kind of like a little backstory, I guess. And what I wanted to do is tell you guys that, as I grow, I'm only 19, but I feel like from 18 to 19 has been one of my biggest growing years so far. And I just wanted to share a little knowledge if you guys suffer with BDD, or if you have body issues, or if you just don't feel comfortable. There's sometimes some things you can do that are just simple that you wouldn't even think to do. So the first one is the things that like you personally have said about yourself. Like, when I look in the mirror, I'm like, ew, I'm so fat. Like, I look disgusting. I have like acne, like blah, like my double chin, whatever I think. sometimes, like when you say that stuff, think about it. Would you ever say that to your best friend? And someone had told me that once, and I thought about it, and I was like, God, no. I think my best friend, like I have a couple, best friends, and I think they're all gorgeous, and I would never in my wildest dreams of ever saying that harsh things to them. So why would you say it about yourself? I mean, you're supposed to love yourself before anyone else can love you, so that's not what you would say to someone you love. So next time you say something, hurtful about yourself, think about it before you, either say it or even think, be like, would I say this to someone I love? And, the answer hopefully is no. I would never tell my mom that she looks disgusting in those pair of jeans, and I would never tell her that her face looks ugly. No, because she's beautiful to me and, like my best friends or whatever. So that's number one, is think before you speak, basically. Okay, so number two is and this one's like well, you can just do whatever kind of thing, but I recently deleted my Instagram. Now recently, like a week and a half ago, all right? It's not like a big crazy thing, but I deleted it because I was tired of seeing all these like really, in my eyes, pretty, thin, fit girls. And, like, I'm not hating on them at all. I'm like praising them. Like, I'm so jealous that you're able to look this good and that, you work for it or whatever you guys, some people lucky, like my little sister just doesn't have to do anything. But, I was just tired of seeing it. And because I like will scroll and, one thing will lead to the next. And then by the end of it, I'm like, oh, I look disgusting. I need to stop eating. I need to work out more. I need to do this and do that. So sometimes Instagram or any social media can bring negativity about yourself from them. So sometimes you just have to cancel them out. And I can honestly tell you, like, not having it has just made me, I don't have ads. Like this past week, I just haven't like had to be like, oh my God, this girl looks so good and she's getting 500 likes, but I think I look that good, and why am I not getting that many likes? And I know people can be like, oh, like it doesn't matter the likes, but yeah, it does. That's why you have social media, for people to like it and for people to comment, and what you post is for people to see. I don't care what you say, or you wouldn't post it. So I just canceled that out, which has been like a little nice break. I mean, obviously you can add, if you feel like, it didn't work or whatever, add it back, to each its own. But for me personally, I think that it has helped. So the third thing I would say, oh my gosh, my battery's on 7%. Okay, so the third thing I would say is it's not gonna happen overnight. If you have body issues and you just don't like the way you look and you want to do something about it, do not do crash diets. I know you see things red all the time. Believe me, I'm someone I know. I wanted to look really thin for my graduation, so I went and bought, like a couple years ago, I went and bought weight loss pills. I ended up breaking out in, I just had a huge, ooh, okay. I ended up having a huge allergic reaction to it. I felt like that was a sign, and it was my body being like, you don't need these, like do not take these. And so I stopped, and I had to go to the doctor and get like an antibiotic so I wasn't, red and patchy for graduation. But I'm just telling you, crash diets or fad diets or whatever, they don't work. And from my experience, you will gain it back. So the best thing is to just really see it as a lifestyle. And I know that's so cliche, but it is. And I became vegan about 5 months ago, five or six. And just alone in that has just been so helpful with how I perceive myself, because being vegan, really short, I don't know if you know it, you just don't eat anything, any animal products. So no dairy, no eggs, no meat, nothing like that. And a lot of things that you wouldn't think have milk in them, like, the little Nutri-Grain bars. I love those, and I was looking, it has milk in it. But by not eating that stuff, my body, my skin has become so clear. I'm never bloated. I never feel uncomfortable. And it just has helped. And by being vegan, it's more of a lifestyle than a fad diet. I chose to, have that as my lifestyle. And I don't see it as okay, it's a 2-week diet, and then after that I should lose 10 pounds. No, it's, I have lost some weight from it because I'm not eating junk and stuff like that. But like I said, picking a lifestyle is a lot easier than picking a 2-week diet that you might lose 5 pounds from and then gain 10 the next month. And the next thing is exercise. Whether it's, believe me, when I was 15, I worked out 2 hours a day. I was a maniac, and I Even working, I looked so good. I was 15, but even working out 2 hours a day, I still wasn't happy. And it was because I just felt like I wasn't enough and it wasn't enough. But because I was seeing it more as like a, okay, once I get to here, I'm gonna like, don't have to work out anymore. No, because it wasn't a lifestyle. It was a longer 2-week diet, if you say. So eating healthy and working out are key if you want, you know, to look good. That doesn't mean you have to work out and eat healthy to have good body image, but those are key factors if that's what you choose to do. And then my last number one important thing is stop weighing yourself. I'm gonna cry. I cannot stress this enough. I'm a numbers girl. So I could look 100 pounds, but if the scale said 120, I'm gonna cry. And it's bad, but since I moved out in May, it's September now, I haven't weighed, I mean, I weighed myself like once or twice, but I haven't weighed myself, and I have not been upset. I haven't been upset like I used to be because I don't have a scale at my house, it's at my mom's. And when I, you know, lived at my parents' house, I would weigh myself like every other day. And if I didn't like it, I would seriously cry. I'm gonna cry. I would cry and I would get so upset, and I would go into work and I would just be mad and pissed off, and because of that number. And honestly, at the end of the day, like, numbers do matter, but then they don't. And I know that's like so contradicting, but if you look good, then fuck the number, literally. Like, being vegan, I think I look, you know, better than my skin and like health, like my healthiness and health wise, I look way better than when I worked out 2 hours every day. And that's because I'm not looking at the number, and I'm realizing that like your body can look good even if the number doesn't look good. So that's like probably my number one tip, is just if you're weighing yourself every day and you're not happy with what you see on the scale, throw that thing out the window, because that's not gonna help you. Now, if you're doing it, you know, if you are and like you're with a trainer, and like go for that. But if you're just like me and you don't have a trainer and you're kind of just trying to do it through, you know, self-help, then that is not helpful at all. But this is just, I just wanted to come on here and talk about it because it's something really important to me. And if you like this video, then I can talk more about it and just other things I do that help me each and every day to not, you know, feel uncomfortable in my own skin, because that's one of my biggest things is at times I feel so uncomfortable in my own skin that I don't even want to go anywhere. And that is like a mild form of depression, because you don't want to see anyone and you don't want to do anything. But I'm so like hard-headed that I'm like, no, like, let's fix this issue. And why don't you feel uncomfortable, and change why you're not feeling comfortable in your own skin, because the last thing you ever want to do is not feel comfortable. And it's kind of like if you were to go to your home and not feel comfortable. Who doesn't want to feel comfortable at home? So I hope that made sense to you, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I really hope that this made sense. This is like my first time ever speaking about anything like this, and I hope I mentioned everything I needed to. I'm sure I left a lot of things out because I'm honestly very nervous to talk about this, because it is a very personal subject. You guys have no idea how much I really do struggle with this. This probably just doesn't seem like this is the tip of the iceberg I'm sharing with you. And if you guys wanted to see more, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!